All right, we are live now. Hello, Esther. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. I think we got the audio figured out finally.
Good.
Uh,
Let's see if it works
yeah,
for YouTube.
yeah. You're sounding good. You're not scratchy or crackling or whatever. And then as people see that we're on, they'll okay.
Uh oh.
Now I hear something. Okay.
Can't do that.
No, what was that?
Uh, Okay, when I go to YouTube on the phone, the Bluetooth disconnected and started playing sound from the laptop.
Oh no! But now you got it right. Now it's back to.
I guess I just can't be on YouTube at the same time.
No, if you can turn the Bluetooth off on the phone on your phone setting.
Oh, yeah.
Turn
Can
off the Bluetooth, and then
turn it
you
off.
now you can turn off the speaker on the phone and watch the chat, or mute. Turn down the sound or mute it
Yeah,
on the
what it
phone.
did was when I got to YouTube, the earbuds stopped working and the computer was playing at the same time.
Okay, so now the thing is when you have the Bluetooth turned off on the phone, okay, then the headset won't pick up the phone.
Yeah, the Bluetooth is off on the phone.
Okay, and then you turn down the speaker on the phone, or you can mute the YouTube channel on your phone and just watch the chat. Because you're already hearing me, so you don't need to hear it on the phone. Uh,
It didn't come through the phone, it came through the laptop.
okay, I'm totally confused now. Alright, I'm gonna send Jesse the link. Let me do that while we're thinking about it. Okay. That way he can join us when he is able to. And then, are you doing okay with the audio? Still?
Well, I'm right here at live. I hadn't touched it yet. What it did a while ago was when I went to live, these cut off and that started playing.
Oh boy.
While ago was when I went. And now it's the phone. Okay.
That's weird.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I can see the live chat.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good. Then we should be getting people here now. We get it figured out.
I think we figured it out finally, Ron.
All right. Well,
You
we
throw a
just
party.
we just stick with it, and then I sent Jesse the link, so he'll be here. Okay. Now, what is that certificate on your top shelf up there?
It says a master's degree in UFOlogy.
Ah. All right. That's good.
I went to the School of Amazon.
It's what now?
It's from the School of Amazon.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. So
It's
it was
just
a
novels. It's
certificate,
novelty.
a made up certificate.
Yeah, it's novelty. I got a Groom Lake parking pass too.
Yeah. Cool. But it looks official though.
Yeah, it does.
On the screen, when you can't really read what it says, it looks official. All right. So now let's see if anybody gets here. So now we've been talking about several times lately. Early on, probably I've been waiting for this moment to happen for a long time, and I've been talking about this topic. I mentioned it here on this show and on other shows that we've done on my station. I've talked about our souls being eternal what I say eternal existence. All
Mhm.
right. I don't mean to get religious or whatever, or spiritual or whatever, but we need to evaluate this process. All right. And what's interesting is that in the last 2 weeks, I've been hearing people talk on different shows, different platforms, different hosts, everything. Everyone's different, but yet they're all connected. They're all talking the same topic. I've been talking about this topic for over 2 years about the eternal existence. And I've been telling my friend Charles, I said, now watch. People are going to start talking about it. And they are finally now talking about it. All right.
Mhm.
And they're talking about, I'm thinking they're talking about the same thing I'm saying is eternal existence. All right.
Mhm.
Meaning our soul energy is eternal. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, this human existence or human life is only one part of that eternal existence. Now, all we remember is from the time we started here on this planet as a human being. Now, there might be instances when we remember or think of, man, how do I know that? You know?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about time travel. I'm not talking about past lives. I'm not talking about future lives. I'm talking about your existence from before you were human. Hey Jesse, how you doing? I sent you a link on Facebook. You can join us when you're ready. Jesse's in chat. You can see him, right? I hope. So anyway, so the eternal existence aspect is it goes like this. I explained it like this before. You take a look at the creation of Adam. Whether you believe in who God is, whether you believe in the creation story, it makes no difference what the belief is for anyone. The point is, listen to the idea and the story that I'm talking about here. Now, we're going to, for the simplicity of the story, we're going to use the term God created. God created. Hey, how you doing? Uh, MS always watching. What that is. But so God created. We're going to say that just for simplicity. All right. So don't take any offense um over that title. Okay. And
Mhm.
for simplicity of the conversation, we say God created Adam out of dirt. Okay, out of the mud, and created a human body. And then he in Genesis talks about the creation story. God or the Creator breathed the breath of life into Adam, and he became what? He became a living soul. All right.
Mhm.
And God called him Adam. Now, let me explain that point right there. Adam was Adam before he was human. Now, now, of course, God is creator. He can create and put souls in people all the time. He's God. Okay, he can do that. And so, the point being is that I believe that the human souls, or the soul energy of the human being, was created at the same time of everything else. We were closely created at the same time as the angels. That means we, as human beings in spirit form, we are old, very old, in comparison to what we are here on this planet at 75 years old, 100 years old, however long you live, here now. But on the average, about 75 years, right?
Mhm.
So, Before 75 years, where are you at? You're somewhere, but you're not here, but you're still existing. Okay?
Mhm.
Did that make any sense to anyone? I don't know. And then what happened with Adam though, and with Eve, but mainly we're talking about Adam because that's really the point of my whole story here is that God grabbed the soul of Adam. I like to picture it as all the souls are inside a big vault, for instance. Okay. Oh, he's not coming on. He's just watching. Okay. You want to say hi. You didn't want to come on. All right. Okay, Jesse. You can, though. You're welcome. Anyway, so like a big bank vault, you have to go in. Two people have a key to get the box, right?
Mhm.
Well, now, of course, God is God, so he doesn't have to have a second person to help him get the soul. But the point of the matter is, he has to go into the storage place where the soul is, which I like to say it's just a big vault, a big soul vault, if that makes any sense. And then he just grabs that, and then he puts it into the mother's womb, and then bam, the child is born. And we come out, and we're male, female, we're whoever our name is,
Mhm.
um, and that's who we are. Now, where does mom get the names for everyone? Where does all the moms get the names?
I know,
Okay,
because sometimes you can look at somebody and be like, of course that's like, say, Jesse. He looks just like a Jesse, you know? So did
right,
the Jesse come before the name, or did the name make him who he was? You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Pick on Jesse. Oh boy, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and then well, see, like I was named after one of my mom's high school friends. Of course, this is kind of silly, In reality, the name that I was named after, the woman was actually named that name, but she, of course, I came out a guy, boy, and so she gave me the name of her friend from high school, which is fine. It's still a
Yeah.
man, still a male's name. Doesn't make any difference, male or female name. Uh, my proper name is Ronald, but then um my name growing up as a kid was IE, Ronnie, IE. Okay, so and that would signify probably you know probably a female type name. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm fine with that. And that just means that that was something special to her
Mhm.
that she wanted to name her child after that person, and I'm fine with that. And so the uh, the thing that I'm getting at is that before 1961, I was alive somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, some people will not accept that. Some people will not believe that. They'll say, "Oh, that's crazy talk," you know. Some people will not believe in past lives or future lives or whatever. They just believe in the now, which I agree with 100%. If that's all you believe in is now, I'm fine with that. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that if we explore this and we discover that makes sense now, then we have to accept what it is. Okay.
Mhm.
And not deny it, not try to figure out all the answers, but accept it. Hey, Papa Tom, how you doing?
Jesse said, "How about the congressional hearing?"
Oh yeah, you can talk about that if you want. We can go back to that topic what I was talking about later. You- You're interested in that kind of stuff. But just think about the eternal existence. next time and consider that uh, topic and process of how we are. All right.
Yeah. I mean, they teach that energy don't ever die. It just transfers.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Exactly. So, Jesse wanted you to talk about the big news today, which I think the one that we were watching that Bill streamed on actually that Kriston T. Harris streamed it early, and Bill was producing the show, but he was streaming the actual hearing on what was it, Tuesday, and I got nothing out of it. To be honest with you, uh, I
What?
got I got less out of that live hearing than I got out of the 9-page document that they put out. I got more out of
But
the document.
to even hold a congressional hearing is like saying this is something that exists.
Right, that I agree with.
They really
But
haven't even came that far till now.
as far as getting any answers as to agreeing with what they are, they kind of walked around it. They didn't really, they really didn't put out anything solid.
Corbell says there's going to be more coming out.
Okay, good.
So I have to wait and see.
Papa Tom says, see what Papa Tom says there.
What do you say?
He says, that is that good looking Esther.
She's also blind.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
He needs to get his glasses checked, right?
Wait, he retracted a message. What did you
Oh,
say?
no, up there, yes, that is that good looking Esther. Yeah, that's what he said. That's
Maybe
what I'm
he's
saying.
blind.
Yeah, I'll put it up there. There you go. I gotta remember I can do that.
Papa Tom, you need glasses.
So what does Jesse think about it? He said first time in history to have hearings on UAP. Good point, Jesse. All right. Well, now wait a minute. Now when what's his name started the program and allotted a bunch of money for the program, right? And what was his name? Uh, he was guided to do that. He had authority to create and to put money towards something, and it was a study of UFOs, right? Hey, Venus. Venus is here. Hey, Venus. You can come on and do a reading for me since I'm going on my trip.
Where's your
Uh,
cards? You're not doing the readings.
huh?
You're not reading cards tonight?
Again, today's tarot card was the Queen of Pentacles. I posted that on my Facebook page. At least on, actually, I don't know if it went through to the main feed though.
I don't know. What they said was they
Oh,
haven't had a congressional meeting about the UAP, UFOs for 50 years. So maybe they held one 50 years ago.
but what I'm getting at is that they really didn't give a definite any kind of information.
But they wouldn't have had like an hour and a half congressional hearing if it wasn't something that's real, which most people still don't believe is real. Or they think, like, well, okay, maybe, there's life somewhere else, maybe. But now all the rest of us can say, look, they're real. Or
Yeah,
they wouldn't be spending all this money giving them all this to study and all this if it wasn't anything that existed.
Oh, Tom said he just had cataract surgery. Okay,
That's the problem.
that's why he's seeing things differently.
Yep.
Oh, he sees very well. He says, okay. Well, now Venus said she wanted me to give her a draw a card for her.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right, you want to do oracle cards or like I did last time? I could do the other oracle cards today, not the ones we used last time, but the other ones. Remember the ones with the stars on them, with pictures of the stars, or the contact from the same woman.
She said for you to pick.
Okay, I'm gonna do the this one here, the ET experiencer. It's from the same woman that did the other deck.
Hmm.
Okay, so with these, I had bought this deck to replace the other one because I thought I lost a card in it. And I still think I did, but now I got another new deck and it has all the cards in it. So let's go
Yeah,
and
but
use
now
this.
you've got double some cards and only one of another card.
No, 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 I don't put them together. I didn't put the decks together.
I know, but it's still not even.
Oh no, they are. This is a 55 card deck, I think, or 50. Hold on, let me make sure what it is. Okay. Let me see here.
That'd be cool if somebody's mom named them Venus.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's 50. 50. It doesn't have how many cards it is. I know it's 55 or something like that. Anyway, good enough. Now we're gonna go to shuffle them. See, they have you have like this here, like it says technology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it has a cool little picture and whatever that is, and different pictures all throughout. So we're gonna do a card for Venus. Venus, you ready? Can you still hear me good? I hope so. All right, let's go. We're gonna shuffle it 3 times and then cut. That's what I like to do. I always read them right side up because I'm not very smart, so I don't like to try to read them in reverse and try to explain it. So I like to keep them right side up, and it makes it easier to learn the cards and to get a better connection with the card. All right. So Venus, this is for you. Ah, see now this is what she does. See that?
Mm-hmm.
You read that on the
Uh,
bottom.
Heal the planet your experience guided you to help the earth.
There you see that. So that's
Mm-hmm.
for Venus. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay. All right, that looks better. I can read it better that way. Huh. Okay. See, you like how I do how I do this. All right, Jesse, would you like? All right, you're welcome. Jesse, would you like a card? And then Tom, Papa Tom, would you like a card? Is he still here? He might have took off already. He likes to just come in and say hello. Okay, we're gonna do, and then I'll do one for you, Esther, after I get Jesse here. We're gonna do the same 3 cards, and then I'd like to cut the deck, so basically 4 shuffles. Kind of. Tom's lurking. All right. Oh, hey Jesse, have you had any experiences in this? Time travel. Have you had any dreams or thoughts about time travel, Jesse? Let me know if I got that right or not.
He said possibly.
Okay. Because, anytime when you have a question about, like if you have a question about, like, did I just do that, or did I just imagine something, or did that's possible time issue. Okay. And then now Esther, we're gonna do you. I don't see Papa Tom chatting, so but if Papa Tom wants a 1 card reading, put it in chat. You want one? Okay, about the future. Okay, he has had. Okay, okay.
What about the future, Jesse, with time travel?
Okay, let me see. Beans wrote something here. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with these here. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So now Esther, for you, I already shuffled. So now, okay, now Esther, have you had any spiritual contact or soul contactee, which would be somebody like you might run into and think, huh, I know that person.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
do that.
ever?
Hmm.
Okay. And Jesse says something here. Okay. That would be considered time travel because, well, you wouldn't see it normally, correct? All right. Yep. All right. So it's, hey, Lorraine, how you doing? Oh, you're not too late. You're good. Anytime is the right time for you, Lorraine. What would you like to have a card? I'm using these ET experiencer cards. Would you like a card? How am I doing with everyone's reading so far? Looks like I'm doing pretty good. Soul contactee. So who do you think you've been in contact with?
Um,
What did it say? Contactee or contract?
contact.
Contract. Contractee. Okay. So who do you think you have talked with?
I've just run into people and maybe just like waiting in line to check out or something.
Okay.
And it's just like you just know them, like you already knew them.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that all the time, but that just might be me. you know,
Okay, Lorraine,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
do
if
the
they're,
one. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know
Sorry.
if they think the same thing, but
Right.
people seem familiar that shouldn't. Yeah.
All right, let's go with Lorraine, and then Papa Tom, would you like one? Hey, Lorraine, you better stay awake tonight. You got an incoming message. So Lorraine, keep alert, stay awake. Well, maybe not awake, but in your mind, stay awake. Papa Tom, would you like a card? I can do a card, and then Miss Always Watching, would you like a card? Uh, Papa Tom, do you want
That's
a card?
me. That's me, Ron.
Oh, that's you. How did you got me fooled there? Okay, that's why you were
But
laughing at me. You
no,
were like,
Jesse's right though. He put, like a soul connection, and they are a difference in meeting somebody that feels familiar and then meeting somebody who's like a soul connection.
yeah.
You had that before?
I believe so. Oh no. So apparently, the card that I picked for Lorraine, she's waiting on something to
Yeah.
happen, and so I didn't know anything about what I pulled. I just pulled a card, you know.
No, you're not pregnant.
Oh, all right, headed to the creek. Would you like to have an oracle card? If you don't, that's fine. Um, I thought that MS or Miss Always Watching was someone else. Um,
That soul connection is rare though. I mean, that's really
yeah.
rare.
Well, I've had, I'm really bad at names. You know, nowadays I'm trying to remember. I mean, not with people I talk with all the time, but in general, just when I meet them in real life, and it's like, how do I know you? Do I know something like that? I don't know if it's just my age or whatever. The mind goes off track or whatever. And so, uh, did I get Papa Tom? Papa Tom, did I do yours? I don't think I did his. We're gonna do Papa Tom anyway. We're gonna do him a card right now. And we could do the other Oracle deck too a little bit later if you want to do it. But do both Oracle decks and see what they come up with. Oh, Papa Tom, gonna be open for a Cosmic Channel. So better get your antenna tuned up. All right. Not many talk about. Okay, let's see what Venus wrote. He wrote a book here. Not many talk about how painful those soul connections can be. Oh, that's true. Not
That
all
is
you.
true. That is true. When
That's
they're off, you're in kind of in the same place.
yeah, good point. Thank you,
I
Venus.
guess it's what you make of it.
Yeah, due to colors. Okay, okay. Well, actually, I can do the colors without seeing you, I guess. But um, for Esther, because I see her right now. Um, you haven't changed much over the last week, so you have the same basic auras. Uh, you have green as your base, orange as your secondary, and I see a bit of blue. So you're gonna be doing more speaking, not just here, but you're gonna be doing more speaking.
I don't know if
Alright?
that's possible.
Um,
I'm
well,
now.
well, I mean, maybe you're already doing more speaking at this
Yeah.
point, and so that's what I mean. That so be open to having discussions with people. Being on more shows like this. More interview shows and things like that. And
That's
so
kind
don't
of
be.
funny because I talked to somebody today. Hmm.
Oh, how did I know that? Huh? That's interesting. Yeah. It's all in the cards. I'm telling you, all in the cards. Um, soul contactee or contractee. Okay. they also have a soul contactee as well. So you
Hmm.
got two different ones like that, which are very closely spelled the same. With my eyesight, it gets kind of funny. Let me see now. Jesse, he has a base color of orange and secondary color, so it's kind of flipped on him compared to yours. Yours is green and orange. Green is carrying heart center, okay? Um, Orange is your mental, your thought, your idea area, and then the blue, of course, is your speaking. And then Jesse, in his case, he has the base as orange, so he's always got something going on in his head. Always got some ideas cooking. All right, whether it's a new program or a new some kind of new project, you know, maybe an interview that he's going to do. He's got something rolling in his mind all the time. Okay,
Probably has
non
something to do with the project.
yeah, nonstop, nonstop. So which isn't bad, but be careful to make sure you take time for yourself and don't be overworked on anything that you're doing. Enjoy everything that you're working on and do it for you, not for anyone else. That's for everybody. Whatever projects you're working on, do it for you. And then as you do it for yourself and you put your message out there, you put out what you're trying to get done, then you're going to help other people. Okay. And then you're going to be uh, getting your energy renewed by that way. When you give your energy and you're trying to help somebody else, but don't try to do it for them necessarily, even though you're helping them. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But if you try to, you know, please everybody, you're not going to have any rest whatsoever.
Hmm.
So if you try to first take care of your own self, I know that sounds like being selfish, but in a sense, they always tell you, you know, take care of your spiritual well-being first. All right. No,
He
that's
said
not. I'm not a professional, so don't. Entertainment only, people. Entertainment only.
he
Um,
says what's the other color and what does orange mean?
okay, orange is mental ideas and process, and then his other one is he does have a caring personality, green, and I believe he also has a hint of blue in there. Some usually three colors are not very easy to pick up on, but I do sometimes see three and sometimes four, and so um, mainly be cautious of overextending your gifts and your message and your awareness. Um, but use your abilities to help, which I think you do. And so use your abilities to help others, but never allow anyone ever to take advantage of you or anyone else in the chat. You know, be open to be helpful, but don't be taken advantage of. All right. But when you're always thinking on new projects, Jesse, or you're thinking on a place to go to, like Pine Bush, for instance, you know. And then of course you just had your uh, convention in Pennsylvania there, which I thought would look pretty darn good. But yeah. So let me see now. Lorraine is hmm. I see. with Lorraine. I don't think green is her primary, but I do think orange is her primary, which is kind of odd for a woman because usually green because of the, because of having children or whatever, whatever that might represent. Green being the caring or the, heart center. If you look at the chakras of the body, that's what that, where I'm getting that idea. And but Lorraine is orange is her primary, which she's always thinking of new ideas and new things to do. And what does she say here? Oh, pretty strange. Oh, what does oh? She dyed her hair like crazy purple last time. AR, hey, Eric, would you like a card? Okay, so yeah, Lorraine has orange is her primary, green is secondary, I believe, and there is a Lorraine might not know it, but she's going to be talking to some people probably within the next few months, maybe next 2 to 3 months. She'll be talking about her experiences. Um, not with me, not necessarily with me, but she might be a guest on a show. Uh, I think she has been on here once, which I'd love to have her back someday. That'd be fun. Rain is a fun person to talk with. Um, the 25th, what? Oh, current color. Talking about her. All right, AR, I'm doing a card reading for you from my ETA Experiencer deck. I think I showed you that last time we were at Pine Bush. So I shuffled it 3 times and then I'm going to cut it. I don't cut it exactly in the middle, but I try to. Well, now, Eric, I don't know what's going on with you, man. You're star seat, huh? I pulled that. I actually pulled this one 4-star. She's the one that actually gave me the original deck of this set. And all right, so Lorraine, you're orange, green, and blue, and I believe you're going to be doing some more talking than you maybe have planned or that is out of the ordinary. So be aware of that. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. And there you have it. Now listen now. Yeah, we can add you. Eric, let me send it to your Skype. Hold on. We're gonna put Eric on here. Add him to the call. Is that all right?
Oh, I can take a nap then if he's coming on.
All right. Yeah. uh, find him now. I gotta find his name now. Funny thing, I have these names jumble around all the time on Skype. I don't get it. There he is. Okay.
Well, Venus wants to know what her colors are.
Okay, Venus. Okay, Venus. I see, and I know Venus, so we've talked. Uh, she's been a guest here, and we talked on video on Skype before. Um, but just her energy tonight. Green is her primary. Or no, wait. Let's adjust that. See, I think actually purple is Venus's primary. That would be the third eye, which means she's really connected with what she's doing. So her okay, yeah. So that's what happened, Venus. I did blink, and then that purple came in real clear. So
Testing.
purple, green.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Is it too
Hold
loud?
on. Nope, you're fine.
Okay.
Um, I'm doing a color reading for Venus. So purple primary, green secondary. I see white, which is kind of odd, but those are the main three I see. Venus, and Venus would know. All right, hey, Eric,
Hey,
did your camera work?
um, trying this camera I have, but it never did work before. Chances are it won't. It just said something. Let me see.
Oh, now your mic is really loud.
Is it too loud?
Yeah, it sounded like it got turned up or it got
I think.
hot. Got hot.
Oh,
How
you're
is
way too loud.
See, now,
how is it now?
I
Well,
was kidding.
I know.
I think it's all right. It's better.
Okay.
I think we can handle it. All right. So there you go, Venus. You got that. Which I rarely see white. Um, white means peaceful. Purple is your crown chakra, or you're connected with. You're really connected with the spirit, which Venus is, I believe. All right. So, Eric, let me see. Did I do your colors, or I just did your? Oh, no, I left. Device not connected. Oh, there you go. I add them back. There you go. You dropped out.
Oh, okay. I was just clicking some buttons.
All right. Um, I did your card for you. I said Starseed.
Yeah.
That makes sense with what you do as a MUFON investigator and state
Yeah,
director.
I would have to say I kind of feel there's I'm a star seed.
All right. Yeah. And don't forget Green. Venus Green was in there too. All right. Hey, Rockstar, what's going on? For your colors, so Eric, now you know I met you in person, and so I'm part of it. I'm going to memory from meeting you, but right now with your energy,
Mm-hmm.
um, I see for you orange is a primary color
Mm-hmm.
that would be the closest one to your center, your body, and what that means is that you're always in a minute you can have a new idea for doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, doesn't always come about with your idea that you're trying to do, but you're always thinking about something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Always got some kind of project running through your head
Oh yeah.
to either create something or to
Mm-hmm.
put something together to, some of it is to help you survive,
Mm-hmm.
so that's fine. So orange is your primary. Here's green again. Green is your secondary,
Okay.
and that means that you're a green person, which you are, and actually you've gotten a little bit better at it since you've changed your you
Um.
reconfigured your lifestyle. So um, you have learned how to actually turn on some areas in your life that you didn't necessarily have activated before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you've actually gotten a little bit more spiritually healthy in that sense.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're on the right track and you're doing good. And keep up the work that you're doing. And there's
Mhm.
Starseed right there. Hey,
Hi.
now, you know Starseed? You know Starseed in the chat there?
Who, me?
No, I'm asking Esther if she knows who
Yeah, I
Star is.
said hi. Yeah, I said hi to Starseed.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if you knew who she was.
I don't.
Um, all right, she's a good friend, really old friend of ours and of the show. So she's been around
Mm-hmm.
for a while. And anyway, let me see. Rockstar, would you like to have an oracle card? And then of course I'll get Star here in a minute. Rockstar. And if nobody knows who Esther is here. She is Jesse's assistant. I would say right hand man, but that would make no sense at all. Uh, uh, but she is Jesse's assistant for the project. What is it?
Vatech 404.
There you go. Then I would have messed that up. I told you the name was never comes through for me. I'll get part of it, and I'll miss the most important part of it. I'll get like the 404 part, and everybody will think, "Oh, you have a connection problem with the website, right?" We're gonna do a Rockstar's card next. So now, if you look up the uh, the colors of the chakras of the body, purple is your crown chakra. Now we're going to cut the deck. I just shuffled it 3 times. Rock start for you, and then I'm going to shuffle it or cut it once. Okay. Now you know how often does this happen. Okay. Now this is for Rockstar. All right. Now, Eric. Now I just got this one for you. But what's interesting, I just got this one again, and I shuffled the deck. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I shuffled the deck,
And you pulled it again for me.
and I pulled it. I pulled it again for Rockstar. Uh,
Oh, for him. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it. I got it for you already.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the second time getting it, which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I guess he could be a star suit as well. Um, let's see for Rockstar's colors. I
Jesse
see.
said send him an invite.
Send who?
Jesse.
I did. I sent it on Messenger. Jesse, it's on your Facebook Messenger.
You know what we could do? You might want to help me.
Yeah.
Is we could have a booth at the at Pine Bush
Yeah.
and sell crystal balls as chakras. They're chakra crystal balls in different colors. I have a stock of like hundreds of them in my basement.
We could do that.
Yeah,
You would have to talk with Lance, right? Lance is in charge.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think you have to order a space. I can't remember how much it was last time.
Mm.
But Bill would know all that.
Something,
I'm gonna add Jesse.
something you might like to get interested in, and make some
Yeah, I
money.
would. I would be willing to help you, and
Yeah.
we can work out the process of how to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't afford anything to pay anything. I'm like running really low right now as far as my
No,
funds
no,
are
yeah.
concerned. But I
Yeah,
mean, as far as being able to make a few bucks, heck yeah,
yeah.
I'd be willing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we just take our turns and take a break and walk around and look at the fair like we do all the time. But if we're possibly making a few bucks at the same time, heck yeah,
Mm-hmm.
heck I might even buy one if I had a few dollars in my pocket.
How does somebody end up with a bunch of crystal balls in their basement?
He's always thinking. He always got that orange color in his aura. He's always coming up with new ideas. And go ahead, Eric. You can explain it.
Well, part of it is a disability I have, and that is when I buy things, I tend to buy too much. It's that simple. You know that disorder. You know someone, or you even
No,
do it.
no, and I don't mean to be laughing.
Oh no, it doesn't bother me because I'm a wacky guy. You can laugh. But no, it was on eBay. He was running auctions, and I was able to get these crystal balls. They're 80 millimeters. Most of the ones I bought are these larger 80 millimeter crystal balls in pink and purple, blue, red, all these different colors. And about a year ago, a friend of mine, he was down there in the basement organizing for me. And then a week or two later, he came back and he said, Eric, you're going to sell those as chakra crystal balls. And I was like, whoa, a stroke of genius. I couldn't believe he actually did something good for me. And, there's just, it's as easy as me loading up the car and we got them all.
I would say
they tell the future, and Jesse's card was about time travel, and he's possibly seen the future.
Okay.
Jesse is?
I'll never tell.
So Jesse pulled the what? The time travel card?
Yeah, he got the time travel card.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he said he had some of course he's not admitting to it now, but he said that he had some visions of the future. Yeah. So anyway, for Star, I got a card for you. And what's interesting about this one is that Star does this work already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. ET spirit guide.
Yeah, that's what she is.
That's what she is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. We can add her to the show here if you want. Star's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stories to talk about. We can break this thing by adding too many people, but let's go ahead and do it. All right, we can have up to 10 actually on this plan that I have. We can have up to 10. So let's see now. Jesse, I said you were orange primary colors and green, and I think I said blue. Okay, so I still think that. And Star, would you like to be on the stream? I'll send you the link on Skype. You can jump on here for a little bit. Probably not. We'll go until we start to pass out, I guess. Eric wants to go about 6 hours.
Yeah.
You've been on tonight, Ron.
Huh?
You've been spot on tonight with the colors.
I try.
Yeah, you said to me orange, and I was eating cantaloupe, right? And then you said, then you were saying something about green, and I happened to be eating honeydew melon.
There you go. How is that possible? I'm not even seeing you,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know what you're doing.
That's so ironic.
Mm-hmm.
But there's okay, sorry, I sent you the link in Skype, so go check your Skype and get on and the show here and share your thoughts.
Yeah,
all right, so anyway, what we're doing here with these cards and with this gift that I have is we are connecting with the universal, I don't know what you want to call it, the universe. I guess we're connecting with the universe, with the universal energy signature of the universe.
Akashic record.
Yeah. And I think that we all have the gift and the ability, but some of us just like to reach for it and actually use it. Okay. Some of us might think, oh, that ain't real, or that's a bunch of crazy, like I mentioned before, that's a bunch of crazy talk, But you've seen when I pulled some of these cards and I shared the colors, and if you go to anybody, don't tell them that I did your reading. I mean, they might hear the show, they might see the show later, but don't tell them that I did the reading, and ask for a reading or whatever. And you might be surprised that now your colors might change a little bit over the time, but the colors that I mentioned should still be in the mix. Okay. So, and a lot of times what happens is your colors will flip or switch the order. All right. And that's just because of whatever is going on in your life at the moment. Or any kind of world event could change your whole perception of what you're thinking of, which could change your energy, okay? Which then your aura would change as well. Now, in Esther's case, she has the same order of orange, or green and orange. Green first, orange. That's right. See, I can't remember names, and sometimes I get my memory mixed up on the other stuff. But in that situation, yeah. So Esther is pretty even on what she's doing, and stays in focus of what her project is, or what her everyday schedule is. And so I think Jesse's the same way, because he's really busy with all of his projects. But now, with that other deck, though, we're going to get this other deck, and we're going to try to see if we can pull another card for everybody, and just see what we can come up with. This is the other deck that I have. Okay. From the same woman that did that first deck. There is 55 cards in this deck, but they're not turned the same way. What happened here? Okay, now that's kind of weird. That one's not turned right. That is really weird, because I always keep them. I'm kind of like goofy about that kind of thing.
Hey, Ron, how do we mentally block you from knowing what we're doing?
That's hard, because I have a clear connection to anybody, basically. And when I'm in person, when I'm meeting somebody in person, I don't always tell them I know things. And they might know things about me, but they don't tell me. Okay, so it's kind of a respectful type of thing. But when I was in high school, when I learned that I had some of these abilities to read people, I got too much information about people's lives that I didn't need to know. Okay. Now that I'm a little bit more aware of what I'm doing and what's happening, I do it respectfully. I don't just let it run free, There are some times when I get messages and thoughts about people, and then if it's something I need to tell them, then I'll tell them directly, and hopefully it doesn't freak them out too bad. But all right, this is for we'll do Esther first. I just shuffled it, cut the deck. Now, you know what's odd, Esther? I think we had this one for you the last time that we used this deck. Tell me if you remember this one for you.
No.
No, okay. Meditation practice.
Mm-mm.
Card number 25 in this deck. So meditation. So you need to work on your meditation process to keep your ideas and projects flowing in the right direction.
Okay.
So if that means sitting still for 5 minutes a day, then do that when you first wake up if you can. I know some people have families and kids and everything like that, and there just is no chance to even get that done. But I can guarantee you there is an opportunity for you to take the time to, this is for everyone in chat and on our panel here, take 5 minutes every day to relax and just connect with yourself. Okay, and then with that, you will connect with everything. There, see, Venus is saying it right there. 5 minutes of stillness.
I don't know if I can do that.
All right, well, then do what you can. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Start with 2 minutes. I can guarantee you that when you start trying this out, then you will extend that time and you'll be at 30 minutes before you even know it. That might take a little while for if you have some hard time. Now look at that. Now, Jesse, this one's for you. But you know what? Now I shuffled the deck. I shuffled it and cut, and I wound up with the same damn card. What the hell? So, and I didn't set that up. I shuffled it. I put it back in the deck. I shuffled it, and then I cut the deck. So I shuffled it like 3 times, and then I cut it. So basically, I shuffle it 4 times. I guess you can call it a small deck. But what I do is I go from one end to the other, and I take it from the middle. Okay, and then I take it from the end again, and then I cut it. And there's no way I should wind up with the same card in the same night.
Oh, there's a way.
Jesse had to hear that message, right? Okay. So now, Eric, what you're talking about, Pine Bush, and selling your stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is your practice.
Now, this is for you. So this is whatever you're involved with, what you're doing. This is what you gotta fine tune and get going in the right direction. Okay.
Yep.
Now what is
Where?
Yeah,
Where's,
Star, you can join us, Star. Just click on that link and I can add you to the show. Star is a little confused in this. All right, now Rockstar, since you're wait, then we'll go with Venus for one of these cards. All right, so what was that about the practice? Hello. Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me? Okay, this is for Venus.
Okay.
All right, so think about a time in the morning, Esther, like even if it's when you're waiting on the coffee to get made. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So take 5 minutes while that coffee's being made. Just sit down. Okay, I think she might be trying to get in here. I'm not sure. Anyway, try to see if you can take that 5 minutes, and even if you have to think of what your schedule is, don't worry about the day, but consider what your schedule is.
Okay.
Like, what are you going to do on any particular day? And for Venus, look at that one. Teach others. And that's number, what number is that? Can you see that number?
Yep, 34.
I couldn't read it.
43.
Eric. All right. So teach out our
Einstein.
students. All right. Star, are you gonna be able to get in here or not? I don't know if you can get in here. All right. So let's see here. Let me see.
There's Goofy.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna get Oopie. Let me get Rockstar first, and I'll get Oopie after Rockstar. Oopie needs one of the other cards that doesn't she? But we'll do this one first for her. We'll do Rockstar first though. This is for Rockstar.
Hi, Oofy.
Hey Rockstar, I don't know what you're working on, but you're going in the right direction. So you're getting stronger, and number 54. There you go. Now I had that right finally. Okay, so that's for Rockstar. All right, I don't know what Star is messaging me on Skype for. She can get in the chat. Okay, she's on the way. All right, there she is. Hey.
I was
All
wondering
right.
where you were.
Well, we can't have Esther being the only female in here. You put Star on the camera. All right, so now that was Rockstar. Hey, Star, how you doing? What's going on? All right, we're doing Oofy's card now. All right. And just shuffled it 3 times, and we cut it. Now, there's no way that I should wind up with the same damn card again. All right, no, I didn't. Good. All right. So, Oopie, this is interesting with you. Clairaudient ability.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6. Yeah. Clairaudient ability. There you go. That's Oofy. For Oofy. Now Oofy's color. Let's see. Now Star's color. Wait, Star's color. Let's see Star's color. We see her. All right. Star is always so busy in the mind all the time, working with everyone, and doing all kinds of stuff. So it's difficult to get a solid read, but we'll try. I see green primary for Star, and then I see orange as secondary, and I see blue for her third color. So
We are exactly the same.
but different projects that you are both working on, of course. But there you go. Clairaudient. That's for that deck there. Goofy. Now, did I get everybody with this deck? I think so, right? I think so. So there you have it. But let's see if I can get this other deck for Oofy. Here I am sitting with my windows open. That's kind of odd. I don't usually do that. I got people looking at me from somewhere. I got all the windows open. Like you're in a big fishbowl, right? That's alright, though. I ain't got nothing to hide. Come on in. Alright, Oopie, this is for you. This is using the ET Experiencers card deck. Remember, Star? I had to replace that one, but this one I got everything working right. I already pulled 2 of the same cards from each deck. Is that funny? And Oopie, I don't know. Here's another one now. No, I didn't see that one yet. That's right. But I think I get this one for UCP4. Incoming message for Ufi. Did I show that one already tonight? I think so. I think I did. All right, so there you have it. So what's on everybody's mind? What do you think? Okay, Ufi is for Ufi's color. Yeah, I don't know what the octopi would have for a color. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Green would have to be the primary. And then even though you don't have a voice, you don't speak, I still say blue. Because you can speak or you can share thoughts and talk in that way with telepathy. So that would be your voice. So orange and blue. And possibly purple. But purple could be the mixed in all the whole thing there. So if that makes any sense, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Bobby, how you doing? Hey, Bobby wasn't here. Now Bobby, how you doing? You wanna, what is that one? I can't even read what he says there. What is that? Routines are done for the. Okay, I got you, Bobby. No, Bobby, I could do a reading, card reading for you. Hold on. I should just go ahead and leave these over here so I can have them in my hand. Okay, we're gonna shuffle them 3 times again. Bobby, you're gonna get one right now. Actually, you get 2 cards, 2 different decks, and we're doing an oracle deck. All right, because we can. Because we can. Right? That's the motto of our station here. Ah, Bobby, you are part of a soul family. Which I think you got that one before. I think someone actually told you that before on a call when you called in for some reading. You actually got that message. Soul family. So that means that we're connected with that too because I got the message. I'm going to do this other deck. Second deck. Guys, I know this isn't that much fun, but oh well. What else are we going to talk about? Jesse, you have anything about any new UFO stuff besides what they put out in the committee? The hearing, which I didn't really quite enjoy too much at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh boy. All right. Bobby, here's for you on this card. Time to share. Number 47, time to share. There you go. That's the 2 different oracle decks. All right. Anybody got anything? Jesse is sleeping. Bobby's colors. Let me see what Bobby's colors are. I think his primary color is green and orange. Those are pretty common, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Green and orange. And I think blue, kind of like Esther again. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to have similarities in their colors. Oh, Jesse had to leave. So So that just means that everyone's working on some very important stuff and projects that you need to be aware of, which that's where your mental and the orange color comes in. You're aware of it. You're active in the mental area of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so with Bobby, his primary color is orange. He always has some kind of idea going on, and whether or not it ever gets done, that's another topic. But he has a lot of ideas, and that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that people have a lot of ideas all the time, and sometimes we just put them on the shelf and leave them there. And then when somebody else comes along and says, "Hey, what about doing this?" And I, oh yeah. I mean, who would have thought that we were going to have a website podcast dealing with the electromagnetic effects of UFOs, like what Jesse does? Who would have thought that? So.
Star, what are you eating?
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
She's on mute.
Whatever it is, it must be good. We can't hear you.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
She must not be able to hear us.
Can you hear us?
She can hear us, but we can't hear her.
You.
Oh, oh boy.
I'm trying to do the read her lips. I'm trying to read her lips. I can't do it.
She doesn't move her lips and talk.
All right. Let me see what she's saying. This is what she's saying. Now she's stopped.
We can't hear you, Star.
That's a cookie.
She says, she says she's eating chocolate.
I thought it was like
good.
a Hershey bar, but then I thought it was like some taffy.
And she says,
we still can't hear you.
And she said, "Oh well," and
go ahead, Eric. Lip read for us, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
She got. Oh, there it goes. She says, that's what I thought," and then.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Check your settings, sir.
Yeah.
Eric, that was great, Eric. Keep it going.
There, no, it's not. Okay, I saw the mic come up, but then it should be on now. What's going on?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Nope, can't hear you.
You're Jesse. I don't hear Star though.
I don't know. Why.
All right, I guess it's not working.
Yay!
I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know why my settings is not working right today.
Did you have an update? Do you have Windows update?
They did that to me a while ago.
Sometimes when you get the Windows update, it changes all your audio, and then you gotta go back.
Let me do that. I'll reverse it. No, I was just getting the my nutrients because I was sometimes trying to eat a lot of certain foods, so that's why I have this
power bar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a certain supplement. It's like vitamin enriched.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's pretty good. It's not bad.
All right. So what's everyone up to now? What's everyone doing?
Not much. Getting over a bad sinus infection. I wasn't able to talk for about 6 days, so I had to totally communication sign language.
Well, that's what we thought you were doing here.
Oh man. I don't know why. Everything's so screwy.
Eric was interpreting for you. He was
Oh,
the
anybody is?
Eric was, yeah. He got it
Yeah.
pretty close. Yeah.
Well,
Eric's the guy that will do that at the UFO conference. He'll sit there and
oh, he's doing
yeah,
that? That's so
yeah,
cool.
he'll read when people are doing the sign language. He'll go ahead and read what they're saying. He won't have it right, but he'll say, and he'll just go ahead and read it.
Right.
Everybody will be laughing.
So, it's pretty cool to hear from Eric.
Yeah.
What's that?
How's the sightings going in your area, Eric?
Oh, well, the average is down a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I'm probably going to head down towards Cape Cod. There's an older woman, like 80 years old. She's kind of scared because she's seeing UFOs every night. She thinks aliens are in the other rooms of the house and stuff. So I'm gonna go and try and help her out.
How are you going to prove to her that they're not?
That's the tough part, you know. I think it might be fairly simple. Hopefully, it's not like full-fledged schizophrenia or something, you know.
Yeah.
It's more like she said, what was it, last night or something? She thought the aliens were in the other room. She didn't want to get up and check because she was petrified.
Right.
And I explained to her similar thing at my house late last night. It almost sounded like someone banged on my door in the kitchen while I'm in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And I got pretty frightful, stood there, I'm like, what the hell is this? But then, for once, went to the door, opened it, looked around, and there's no one out there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, similar sort of thing, you know? But I'll get down there and take a look. Her daughter supplied me with a bunch of pictures, and I explained away at least half of them or so. You get your solar flare, you've got your overhead lighting bouncing off a window you're filming through, so you get a little flying saucer.
Yeah.
Right.
All kinds of stuff like that, you know. And so it'd be interesting. The whole thing.
Did she fill out a report, or is this just something on the side?
No, just something on the side. She got in touch with me and started sending emails describing what's going on. And so she called again like yesterday. I was like, and because she seemed scared and all, I'm like, okay, I'll get on this.
Yeah.
And she gave me her daughter's phone number. I called her daughter, and she had kind of agreed, you know. And she's the one that gave me the pictures to look at, and I described to her what most of them were. But then there's her brother, the woman's son, lives in the house, and his name's Josh. I'm gonna go talk to him too before. Probably call him tomorrow and talk to him. And then I didn't want to go tonight because we have a lot of vacation traffic would be heading down that way.
Yep.
Yep, towards the Cape. So tomorrow night should be okay. I'll drive now.
Yeah, I mean, the past month and a half, I had no cases whatsoever, and it was pretty dead.
Yep.
And but now I'm fucking swamped. Excuse
Yep.
my language. Now I have a bunch of cases, and they all came in at once. And I went to the conference this past weekend, the Philadelphia one, and I got home. I had like 3 cases assigned to me over the weekend while I was there. Plus, I was already working on one, and I'm waiting for another one to come in from somebody at the conference. So it's like, of course, I didn't have nothing for a month and a half, and now I have all these cases coming in at once. It's crazy.
In Philly, is that the place that we had the symposium a few years ago? Hotel?
Well, there was the Philadelphia MUFON conference this past weekend. It's the same place every year.
Oh, okay. Is it a hotel?
Yeah, it's at a hotel, but they have a nice nice conference room. They set up a planetarium there.
What's the hotel called?
I believe it's the Sheraton.
Okay.
So it's pretty nice, and they had Travis Walton and Nick Pope, and I had to drive Nick Pope to the airport this year, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. In captivity to talk to him.
Yeah, we got to hang out for a little bit at the bar the night before, and got to drive him home. We had to leave at 3 a.m. in the morning to drive him down to the airport. So,
yeah.
So Venus has a question for you guys.
Oh,
do y'all get reports in spring/summer due to more outdoor activity? Absolutely. Where people are out and about and they're out there, camping and tenting and down the shore and looking up in the sky because of fireworks, and you get a lot of Chinese lantern sightings. That's for sure. A lot of different SpaceX stuff that's getting shot up, at least in our neck of the woods anyway, in Pennsylvania.
Almost looks like a tube, like a cigarette.
Yeah. What's everybody laughing at? I feel like we're talking about little things in the background.
Oofy is.
Can you hear me chewing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you chewing a little bit. That's all right. I'm eating too. So. Yeah. I got a nice quesadilla in front of me.
So, Star, how did you know that you were a star seed?
Very young. My butter beans visited me when I was a baby.
Oh. And is the same ones visit all your life, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's interesting.
Yep. And Star has a lot more to share. Probably ain't got enough time tonight, but she has a story that she can share.
Oh, well, the ones I talked about, a few projects in Iran.
Yeah, you can do a short one if you got a short version of it. Are you sure?
And I have to use the water to clear my throat.
Rockstar, that's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, a few times I woke up in military, home, lab, days out. But it's the we're kind of table, kind of cold, like pretty much. All I did is kind of look up and see when the scientists walk by, and I figured he was gonna have like 2 years left doing the service in the lab. So, my mind is like, point blank. In other words, couldn't put the cuss words. It's like my mind is like, OS kind of thing, because it's just like I feel like pretty much out of it, and like my hair is in the back of it. Like I figured, okay, how they, do they get me to there? So it's very difficult, dealing with situations where the government is testing like my genetics all the time. And right then, couple projects, they just see my reactions or like kind of AI kind of phase kind of thing. I just don't like it. It's just like it messes with me, and it's like kind of like a matrix. And like I keep unplugging myself, and I'm like, I'm tired. It's just frustrating. And afterwards, when I figure what they were doing, they know I'm very defensive most of the time. When they point something at me, I'll do something about it. It's just, it's not cool because when I was like, I'm in college and finish my paperwork, I know I'm asleep. And then I know like I'm end up somewhere.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's really difficult, like for me, like come like, out of my class, thinking what they had done to me and the stuff that I usually remember, like how I ended up in my grandma's house, smelling my grandma's coffee, hearing CNN news, and my grandma talking in the background. I was picking up plates and just moving it around. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how would I get to her house. I know when I get to her house. So it's very difficult to put up with it, feel with the sun. And I know how my grandma react if I do something, bad enough and stupid.
Yeah.
And then especially, people kind of like military kind of swap doing their tests, see what I would do. I got to get upset because I'm like, okay, you won't put a weapon in my face, like there, and you're going to shoot my grandma's house. And like, I'm more protected than the family. I will do something about that. And, the reaction when I found out that the person that tells me, don't do anything, like that. If my grandma sees that, she'll freak out. She'll say my name. And she's, what the heck you do? Well, what do you cause all this? She'll be screaming and like hysterical. Not like kind of calm like AI kind of thing. So I just used my energy, knock them down, just arm them, and I just took off. I'm like, I don't feel like playing this game. Not in the mood with it. And I just moved myself out. So when I used to give my grandma, a meal, because I know she's not doing too well, drop it off into her house, spend time with her, check around in the neighborhood, and I'm like, okay, that part's not there, like by wire, whatever. And I was like scratching my head. It's like, okay, they use my grandmom's neighborhood and everything in the computer, like kind of AI, like the Matrix, to screw with me. Like it's realistic. That way there, I just don't like.
That's horrible.
It is horrible. It's messed up. I still remember this day of it. I just don't like drones. I have my
And,
issues, and sometimes my friends kind of make a joke about it because when I meditate to sleep and I caught the military drone like above where my room is, like in the window, and I focus on it, like how low hum, and I'm like, okay, whose toy is this? Seeing in the military, young lad just sitting there controlling it, and I penetrated him and got on top of it and spoke while you're like looking into my bedroom, while you're just flying around. You know better than that. And where the ways in the houses, solutions like this is not kind of practice that you're doing. And he just sits there. I just kind of stare at him and say, "What?" And I said to him, "It's like, like you're interfering in my zones, and I don't like it when people just stare. Like I'm not doing anything." That person almost, pooped himself basically and backed off. I haven't seen them again, basically. They never have their drones close to me because once I focus into it, it's over, basically. I just mess with them for a bit. Figure, what their tensions is.
so is it the aliens doing
No,
that, or is
it's
it
the
the
government
the
personnel.
government's doing it because you're a starseed?
Yeah, I'm like a very unique hybrid. That's the reason why, that my genetics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
they always keep. I mean, I removed so much implants. And it's not funny anymore. And I had to deal with like a couple, dumb kind of creatures. I bash them all the time, like kind of spider like, not friendly.
Hmm.
They mess with me and I basically destroy them. But
Wow.
sometimes like these androids, kind of the way they do, they put you in your place. But like they don't do that with me. So I just make my point clear.
Hmm. Do you see
Wow.
Lorraine's
I didn't mean
question?
to bring up all that. I'm sorry. I just
Yeah, I'm used to it, but I don't get them anymore after I basically asked my family to remove all the negative AI, implants on my system because I'm just like tired, being messed with.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awful.
And I understand why they did that to me. It's just that, I guess the negative side, were trying to get me to do something and I won't do it. And I kept a lot of things to low profile because I used to lift objects and move them. I freaked out one of my friends in the college, left the trash can lid and almost struck it close to his head because he was hitting on me and acting stupid. But, other than that, I just like lay low. I don't, do anything much anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at what
That's
Lorraine.
that's a lot.
Look at what
I've been
Lorraine.
through a lot. Like, I ripped a lot. Like, they try to use their hammers to control me. I break out of it. Um, and they did a lot of genetically. It's not easy at work because I could pick up people's scent, their hormones. And
Can you
it's
enlighten
like,
us? Like
sometimes when
a
people come in my work, it's kind of hard for me because I had to turn my head away and I just tell them just put the paper down on the desk. And I'll get to the blueprints and whatever needs to be done. And
um
it's not really easy because some people don't understand. Like, at times I fit their electronics and the machines don't work and I walk by. And I got tired of people accusing me as like I destroyed their machines by accident or other things non-function. I'm like, okay. And I try to control like my conditions certain way. And sometimes, I don't eat certain times. Yeah, I get pretty hungry and it's just my energy adds up and destroys. And so these my energy field I have is sometimes, yeah, I do certain things. I can't wear watches, can't touch certain metals because I shock myself.
so
And it's,
Allison Winterland says ask Star to enlighten us on mind speak.
uh, yeah, it's like I've been through a lot, but I get over it. Other than that, it's just the computer, like AI. I experienced it. Like I've been working on that project. My roommate got mad at me because his dad taught him, and he said, "When you bring up about AI, it's like those SOBs mess with me. I know what it is, and I don't like it. And another thing is, it's like when the can of worms, and I had nothing to do with it. And I know there's certain types of AI, and I'm just like concerned, people really gonna have that AI around. What's going to do? They can't fully control it at times. But my
Wow.
roommate says, "Oh, they shut that down." I'm like, "Are you sure about that?" In other words, I said to him because I said to him a certain time frame of it when I spoke, and I said to him, "I just don't like a lot of AI kind of stuff. People are using it in the wrong way, and I trying to." I said, "If you want to use the technology a certain way to work like med beds and healing, I can understand that, but other things than that, I have issues with."
Mm-hmm.
Sounds horrible. Does
Yeah,
it make
it's
it
just
does it make it worse to talk about it and bring it back, or does it
I don't
make
know.
you feel better to get it out?
No, no, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me. It took me a long time to heal, but that AI put me through hell. it talks so negative towards me at the time because I given the middle finger a couple of times, and the AI, like, I don't get along with it, and the domes for a reason. But it's just how it is. I call it the Dark Mother. That's what it is. AI, like from hive mind from Orion. Like a certain scepter in Orion that is negative. That's like AI. Like they have the dome. That thing is, not friendly, aggressive. Like
Wow.
it's like kind of like a skull thing. Like you could tell somebody they could, like have it on their mind and they do it. That's how
Hmm.
potent that thing is. And that's the thing that people don't understand, that how the certain technology, could intermix with the human body and it will send some message to you. I had to put up with that. I blocked it off. And basically, I just like, when I did, basically, I have all the implants removed and I give it a final middle finger. I'm like, nope, can't control me. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. And I've been attacked so many times. I got certain energy thrown at me, energy weapons. It kind of messes me up when I come back. But one last thing I need to remember, like a couple months ago, they used my dead mother to, open my wounds. And I'm like, okay, I know my mom's dead. She passed on, and they mess with me a certain way, get at me because I didn't like the certain things they're doing to people. And I just like on the way disarm certain technologies. So my friends tell me something, I'll deal with it. But other than that, it's just like kind of like gonna sleep and like I woke up like the WHF. I'm like, okay, and it's not cool. I confronted whoever's using that, and I'm like, I said, I was like, Willie, you want to play that? I basically I dropped like all my safety protocols, like like on me back, and I mess with that as a technology where they use it on me. The next thing I know, they said to me they hate me for it. I'm like, too bad.
That sounds like torture.
When they do that, it's like they're not gonna win. They did
You
that
did.
to me so many times, and like like I got numb for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry I asked that. I didn't think it would go that deep.
Because someone I'm capable of like that, I escaped out of the dome so many times. I miscounted. She shifted a certain way, kind of like somebody get away with it. I don't do that way much a lot, but it takes a lot of energy, especially when I pick my mom out. Uh, last time I visited my grandma, I was sitting down and talked to my grandma. My mom kind of tilted her head a certain way and looked at me 2 takes. She says, like someone who was talking to my mother. I'm like, it was me the whole time. She kind of freaked out. So it's not pretty much easy, a whole lot. But, it's just basically I learned to defend myself. And every time I get messed with, I call like my family members and they would help me. They basically told me I can't do a lot of things on my own, basically.
And that started when you were a baby?
Yeah, they've been messing with me when I was a baby. I,
So the government knew you were a star seed and they started, I guess, like, so you would grow up thinking it's just part of what you got to do, or?
yeah, they kind of made me like a super soldier. I balance in like instant multiple ways and kind of medical like way, shape, or form. It's just that they trying to groom me a certain way. I wasn't having it because I became a kind of rebel like that, and they use their hammer to correct me. Make me kind of miserable. But it's just to kind of put all the stress and yeah, I paid during my physical body a little bit in and there, but they haven't won yet. No, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
And the last time, like, I talked to like my friend, like I zoned in like time like line where the earthquake was, and I got dragged out in the room, and the military like asking me like certain questions about it, and I just give them a look. I was like, "What? You dragged me out for like what do you want?" In other words, and then he goes to another subject. I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." I keep blocking him. I looked at her, like the way the door, the other guy was blocking the door, and I just like looked at him. It's like you're wasting my time, and I'm wasting yours. They know like how I say that because I got tired how I was treated. The language I sent out it wasn't. I wasn't being nice because what was been done to me, a couple of times.
Well, I'm so sorry.
That is what happens, I guess when they found out because I repaired my body and I didn't talk like so much. I talked a different language and sang language for a young age,
Hmm.
and I had to put up a lot of stuff they had me to do, and I just feel like I was being little my intelligence. So of course, I had nothing to do with all the things they have. I had no interest of it.
Yeah. Now, I have a
Well, thank
question
you
for you.
for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I know that was probably hard.
Eh, it's not like I deal with it. It's not,
Uh,
you know, really big deal. I mean, it took me time to heal. It took me a long time to heal out my anger from all that.
Hmm.
And I realized, and I'm like, okay, it's what they like to do. So it's just kind of refrain from it.
so I got a question for you about the. I don't wear a watch or no rings or anything like that. Um, I used to wear a self winding watch, $600 watch,
Uh,
but I stopped wearing it because it didn't keep the right time, and it doesn't have any battery or nothing. It
yeah,
was self winding, but
happens to me, Ron, and it
yeah,
dies.
yeah. And when I had a battery watch, the battery would always die on me. It would just run out and die. It just wouldn't
Hmm.
last as long as it should. I'm surprised my cell phone works with me, at all. And it's just kind of weird. But
Yeah,
with
don't go that bad, Ron. I fit a lot of medical equipment nowadays. Doctors like dragged me out the other day because they couldn't get reading in my system, and I'm like, "Oops, I'm sorry." Um,
yeah,
I basically said to him, "I was like, I'm not fully correcting you myself," and it's like, well, I basically said to him, "I was like, like when I'm slowly fixing my body and healing, of course I shift my energy a certain way, kind of out spikes and kind of mess things around." So they finally,
so what I was going to ask you is, do you think that your effects on electrical equipment, this is what Jesse and Esther are studying on their project, is the how the UFO affects like cars and things like that.
yeah, kind of like
Do
that.
you think that it's a residual from being on a craft at some point?
It's
And
somewhat like that, the
okay,
way kind of shape or form. My old roommates basically they went to the party and some guy kind of looked at me a certain way, called me a bio something, and because I fed things, he filled my energy patterns and like through my body. And I said, like, he sit down and talked to me when I was eating, and I said to him, "It's like, no, you can't afford to pay me to do your job. I could fry the computer if I wanted to, but I know how to use implants to do the job." And as I said to him, because I stared him in the face a certain way, and I said to him, you know, using kind of biology and technology, it could be a certain way, shape, or form, it's going to affect your physical body.
hmm, interesting.
So it's just kind of one of like entertain people, kind of walks in life, Ron. It's not, every day kind of thing.
Yeah, All right, now, are you able to, like some have a project here that's called a CE5, where you can contact or call alien craft to
Well, I
appear?
usually do communicate like other crafts once in a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so like my other like buddy usually like comes around to see how I'm doing.
All right.
Sometimes I get really messed up. I get really sick, and I'm not doing too well. I ended in the medical bay in the medical pod for a while, so like my body heals up, and then I can get out of the pod and kind of move around a little bit.
Yep. All right. Well, I think Eric, you awake still?
Mm, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm fading pretty fast, so
Thank you, Star.
Yeah, no
yeah.
problem.
Thank you
I
for
use
sharing.
I don't mind like talk to them like other people ask me. It's not a big deal. I'm pretty much open on that.
Yeah.
it's good to hear from you, so.
And
I know,
Sophie,
especially my voice is not fully healed all the way, but I'm working on it.
Well,
okay,
guys,
Sophie,
I think I got to call it a night. I gotta get up early tomorrow. So
all right. Well, thank you, Jesse, for
Anyways,
joining
well,
us, and hopefully, you can use my information I shared with you and work in a positive way for you.
absolutely, Ron, you were spot on tonight. I think you
All
really
right, good
brought
deal. Yeah,
points.
so if you have any auras read, don't let them know that you got one from me, and just see if they have the same reading. And I'd be curious to find out if I'm on track or whatever. Now it might be a little different because you could change from day to day, but
Right.
good to have one of them in there. All right, all right. You have a
Well,
good day tomorrow.
good night,
Thanks
Star,
for joining us.
take care, man.
Ron.
Bye, Jess.
Guys, I'll talk to you all another time. Have a good night
All right.
and weekend.
Bye
You
bye.
Bye.
too.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna
Bye.
drop out too.
All right, Eric. Thank you
Okay.
for joining us.
Take
Okay.
care, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Esther, can you read that question from Lucy?
A new theory suggests that dark matter is actually information, though is information and manifests matter. If in machines, that might not be good for them.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, it's sort of like energy, kind of free energy like Tesla. It's mostly crafts usually run energy field. And it's pretty potent, but some crafts use that. Like there's most of them are like kind of living biological beings, basically, but they're more machinic.
Venus says, Star, you feel it would be more helpful to isolate or assimilate to a certain point?
I usually do that then and there.
So it depends on the day, right?
Yeah, depends on my day. When I'm not feeling well, it's just like my body kind of has go into sleep mode, half asleep and half awake. Especially
See,
my
I've
movement.
heard I've heard like I'm a star seed this, star seed that, but I never really. I mean, what you're saying seems real. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe my parents brought me here as a baby, and I'm supposed to help raise the vibration. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way the communities are. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense that the military would probably put you through all kinds of tests and stuff to see,
Yeah, they did. The things they did, they messed with me. I didn't like it. I rebel.
I don't blame you. That's horrible.
Especially like any time.
Yeah, I didn't mean for us to go to that dark place.
It's just I put up with it. I remember when they had gone, so it's I live every day kind of the thing. So it's just like I put in certain barriers so they won't detect my energy anymore. I use argon. I did like a couple things so I have peace and quiet too.
Well, I mean, You're doing all you really can do.
Yeah, it's
Looks
very
like,
much.
I mean, it probably don't feel like it, but it seems like to me that you're kind of in an okay place with it. Like you had to get to a place to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to. It's just the way, the shape of the form, and some of my friends realize, certain things. So it's like how certain foods are like I can't handle. I have to do certain stuff. And my roommate noticed like I got really sick at one point, and he says, "You're kind of like shifted a different color." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm tired." Uh, like he realized like it's what's going on? How come you're kind of slowing down? I'm like, I had to wait until, when I get sick, my system acts out, and I don't get enough oxygen in my body. I do certain things, then I need to rest to repair. It's just like basically most of them, when I have the time, like I got mad at certain doctors when they hit, one of my vessels and they could feel the pain certain way. I had to repair.
Hmm.
But other than that, it's just day-to-day kind of thing I had to put up with. And I had to deal with, like, my roommate's father works on certain projects, so they understand how I am certain times. My roommate understands if I am not, like, feeling well, he doesn't push it with me because he knows once I get, out of it, it's going to take me time. I kind of, zone out for a bit, and he probably figures by they get a certain point, the crap could be like you're not be teleported out
Yeah.
for a while.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
very.
glad you shared that. I never imagined. Well, I mean, I did know some stuff went on, but I never really heard it from somebody that went through it.
Yeah, it's just I deal with like everything. It's not easy, at times. I used to use certain motivites, to keep my energy so I won't fit things when I'm out.
Yeah.
And sometimes I use energy rods or, when I work on my energy repair. When I used to have my Egyptian rods out, people could feel it on in their hands, but I have them with me.
Hmm.
So it's just most of my work. I work on energy grids and other things. I'm one of those aging guardians. Like, I'm like upper ranking certain point. It's just I do most of the stuff certain way.
Yeah,
Have a good
Vina
night.
says she's got to clear out too. Thanks for rolling tonight. Hugs.
Might as well, be.
Have a good night. All right, Venus. All right, Ubi. There you go. That's a good one, Ubi.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because my main origins is Cyrus B.
Hmm.
Like one of like that there. I have a little bit of Orion like there. I don't deal with a lot of negative on Ryan, but most of Ryan like means usually talk to the government. Some of them,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are kind of negative intent. Like certain rituals and things like certain argument that are being to me at one point. One of them, like one of the small Zeta Gray, kind of Orion origin. He kind of got pissed with me one point, and he kind of slammed that paper down on the desk, and I was like, "So, like, what?" And he said, "Oh, like I said to him, oh, you been have baby fed? Oh, this and that." And oh, he got mad at me because I told him he was like he's an ass kisser. Other way to shape or form to get certain things, and not kind of way to go for humanity. So
Yeah.
I kind of did that to him.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's just at times the certain ones is like I had to deal with kind of certain ones, like certain gender in a certain way. I just like, they know that I speak my mind half of the time. And basically, I told them, like, if you like, you keep up with the negative thing, you're gonna be booted off the planet. I don't care. I'll make sure you be removed.
Yeah.
I made it clear.
No, you gotta live your truth. You gotta say it. If
I
you feel
have.
like you gotta say it, say it.
Yep. And she's been talking.
And
She's
it's
been
just,
doing really good.
basically, I know, like, they don't like, like positive love energy, the negative types. They don't like that. They'll, you know, they'll drive them out, basically.
Yep.
I bet they probably feed off of energy.
Well, they eat energy. Some of them, like human, eat people. Whether they're algorithm, basically, get high from it. Kind of like, elites, like the people in certain rankings, what they do. Certain negative beings do that. Yeah. So, looks like my roommate's home.
Oh,
Good.
You should know I'm home by the.
Yeah, I can hear your garage door.
that's all right. We got over 2 hours. We did pretty good there.
Yes, Chris. My roommate, sometimes they make those weird noises.
Well,
he's just.
we've been on for 2 hours so far.
See, there he goes again. No, yeah,
Well,
I told him, you heard me. Like, yeah, I told him.
that's no problem. We've been here for about 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. You didn't have to
No,
go
it's
that
just
deep.
sometimes my roommate's funny. Sometimes I had to deal with him then and there.
Okay, I guess we're all done, Ron.
Here's one last thought for a movie.
You can talk to me anytime you want. You could ask Ron to message me. In there.
So Upi wrote, perhaps it wouldn't be too far-fetched to suggest that every mind manifests its own particular angels and demons, so to speak. Apply your own pantheon as a propos.
Yeah, and then here is the other one. Hold on.
Yes, it's okay to be friends with your
demons,
ghosties, as long as they know you're the one helping them exist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I even dealt with a couple ghost beings, basically people. Yeah, I had to, it's just like I see what they look like, and yeah. But my mom's old house, when she used to live in, I put up with a couple and human dead entities, so like cowboy times, way back.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just one of them has the attitude, other one is just a kid, and like one point, the story how it goes, when someone like came over and they saw a kid, ran to the hall upstairs, and they asked me, and say, "Hey, are you babysitting someone's kid?" I'm like, "No." And they mentioned this kid's wearing like a cowboy, like clothing and all. That one of my mom's friends thought the kid's wearing toy cowboy, and I kind of look at the person, I'm like, no, that's not a toy cowboy. What you just saw over there is just a straight up 6-year-old boy cowboy, kind of untiming death basically on a some part in the land where this house has been built.
Wow.
So we had to put up with that.
Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. And thank you, Star, for joining us, and everyone else who joined us on the panel and in the chat. Pretty good activity tonight. We had a lot of fun, and I think everyone had a good time.
And we got a dose of reality too.
Yep, and that's good to know. And so sometimes we just have to be aware of things. And that's part of my uh thing about our radio is creating an awareness of things that most people wouldn't even think about. And some would argue with you, of course, about it. And then, like I've been talking about the eternal existence, and now all of a sudden I hear other people talking about the same exact thing, and it was like, wait a minute, I've been talking about that for the last 2 years. Star knows. I've been talking about the term eternal existence for quite a while. All of a sudden now the different shows are coming up with the same term, and like, are they listening to me, or are they just getting the message? And I'm not sure which one it is. So either way, I'm on track. That means I'm on track, which I think we
Well,
found that out.
if you've got something on your mind you're thinking of, other people can pick that up. Some people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much. And
yeah,
sometimes one catches me when I say hi to him and telepathically or energy visit him. He knows it's me.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. Sometimes
thank you
we,
for sharing that. I'm gonna get yeah, are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook on Ron's friends.
Okay.
well, if you see her on her radio shows, Star, you can reach out to her.
Yeah,
She, she's
if I could
same
pull
name
it out.
on
Or
that
she can
group.
reach out. Well, like mine. It's like
Yeah,
saying,
but she don't know what your name is on Facebook though.
well, I use the Anime Star Child. Like I use that kind of thing because
Oh,
well, our that's how I do it. Small picture of me in Hawaii. Why not?
I'll get it from Ron, or you can get it from
Yeah,
Ron,
like you
or
can pull it from Ron.
yeah.
But I don't know. I have you on Skype, and I can send it to you. But you can use it. You can ask Ron on my Skype. Then you can get a hold of me anytime.
Oh, okay.
I can share that with her if you want, Star. I can
Yeah,
share
you
that.
can. Ron.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
that way.
send like cool stuff once in a
Yeah,
while.
I'll do that tomorrow. I'll send it. I'll send you the contact from Skype, Esther, and
Okay.
then you can get in touch with her and set up a conversation and talk or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that way you guys can give each other support. That's what we try to do, and
pretty much.
connect,
I help a lot of people while I'm
you
here.
know, connect everybody. And I'm getting to be good friends with a lot of country singers, people. So
Oh,
if you like country
Dolly
music,
Parton.
oh no, not quite, not yet. Who knows? I might be able to get a hold of her.
no, like last time I used Nightwish and then to speed up my process on work, and my coworkers
Yeah,
like, slow down. I'm like, finish the job. I was like,
yeah. But
how it is.
I've been playing a couple of country songs. So if you heard me playing them in the morning time, and
Oh,
these are new artists and things like that that are just trying to get started and get noticed. And so we're gonna do some interviews with them eventually, and but we're sharing some music that they're letting me play, which is pretty darn cool. So sometimes music is really hard to come by, new artists and original artists, because they don't want their music to get out until they're ready or whatever, or somebody else has control of it and they won't let it get out.
yeah,
You
I
know,
know why, Ron, because, like Hollywood or music business, a
yeah,
lot of dark, people, not really good. They, they restricted, musicians a lot or movies a lot. I noticed that whole area. A lot of,
yeah,
certain things I tell people, it's like dark patches energy. Um, it's how, like they're kind of handlers, how it is. And when they allow the music to be out or something like that on, you know, it's kind of strict, like, like Hollywood stars. And some editions are kind of like that. Some like kind of contracts that I noticed, yeah, some kind of agreements they had to do for someone who gives a lot of money. And what the scene or what kind of stuff they're going to do. released out. It's
Yeah,
been like that for a long time.
They want to copyright on people.
Yeah, a lot. That's another thing is, and it's gonna lead to certain ways people are formed. There's like some kind of history, then and there, how certain musicians and like movie stars is kind of certain pattern. Some people could control a certain extent of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oofy, that blinking up there is because my ceiling fan's turning.
I think that's what you're talking
That
about.
seal
Yeah.
up there blinking. It's my ceiling fan's turning. It's not blinking.
Hmm.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, it was nice to meet you. I'm gonna catch
It's
up
nice
with
to meet
you.
you too.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for
So,
joining us, and thank you for being here tonight, Esther. And
thank you for having me.
we'll be in touch. And of course, I'm going to be gone the next couple of Fridays, but we'll try to figure out something to do if you guys want to still do a show. We'll get it worked out. We'll get it figured out. But I don't know if I'll have time with everything that I'm doing with at Bill's. A lot of times at Bill's place, things get kind of crazy at times. We don't have time to be doing any radio shows. So
I'm not even gonna make it to a bills kind of thing. The how certain things are. I just don't want to get, kind of stressed out and deal with all the craziness.
it does get kind of excited there when we get all.
Yeah, I know. It's just like if I had to fly, I had to go through a lot of protocols, and
But
it's like,
but but I'll try to film what I can and put it on the live stream as I can, and everybody will be part of it if they're watching my show.
I could do that too. I could probably partially teleport part of my body and just hanging around.
You can watch
I
me
don't know
drive
why
there.
will freak out.
You can watch me drive there
you
for 20 hours. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah,
20 hours. That's a long way.
Anywhere from 20 to 25, depending on if I take a wrong turn somewhere. So, but
true.
I gotta go
Yeah.
I go like halfway, and I take a break in Toledo at a truck stop somewhere, Toledo, Ohio. That's let's see, that's 11 hours away for driving. So I gotta take a break then, and I try to go when it's daylight, so I don't like to drive at nighttime. So I
Yeah,
go,
you might, probably
I
get
try
lost or
to
something like that. Wrong.
try to keep driving to the daytime, which is kind of hard on that long trip like that. But um, this time here, I'm going to leave early like I did last time, like 6 a.m., and then get to hopefully Toledo by like 5 p.m. Eastern time, I guess it would be. And so then I'll take a break and stay there for overnight at the truck stop like I did last time. Hopefully, I won't have some crazy woman tapping on my window for gas money. That was weird last time. But 3 o'clock in the morning, someone's tapping on my window. You got $5 for gas? Uh, hello. I'm in the same spot
What's
here.
that about a cup full?
Yeah, right.
$5. Don't go
Like,
far.
no, I need it for my gas tank, so no.
Yeah.
But all
Well,
right,
thanks
yeah,
for having me, Ron.
yeah. Thank you for getting your audio fixed. Your earbuds work great,
You was
and
a big help. I would have never got that done without you.
get those charged up for next week and whatever other time we're talking or whatever other show you're doing. I think you're gonna have more shows coming up, so be ready.
Okay.
I mean, as far as like I said, your blue collar, which is your voice, dealing with your throat chakra, your voice. Um, just be ready to start sharing what and don't be afraid of it, and get your
I
message out
know.
there.
Yeah, I talk a little bit better before than on. It's just sometimes when we make special tea, like lemon and honey, and sometimes I wish you put a different type of sugar, not pure sugar.
Yeah.
But
All right then.
I'm just
Well,
getting better.
yeah. I'm going to let you two go, and thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you again, Esther, and we'll talk later.
Thank you. Bye, Star.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All
I'll
right.
hunt
Good
you
night.
down.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.